Good afternoon. Welcome back to Good Company. I wanted to start out by just slightly changing the colors. It seems like I can never pick out when we're doing a mission because our competitors' colors are very similar to ours. So I just wanted to pick another color. I don't know, maybe pink? We'll do pink, but everything else will keep the same. So we were I think in the second year of our second year, so the second half of our second year. We had initial production of virtual pets and calculators in this building here. We are trying to do everything within wooden cases. Over here we are making a lot of different components. We just got this started up. So these are all the things that are needed to create a copy machine. Again, we're doing with the wooden case. So we just got this set up last time. Down at the other end of so this is where we're doing all these components. This is our initial zone, import and export. Then we have, this is the new area where we will be creating the new copy machines. Over here we have our research as well as some metal components. And the metal components are being used in here in creating all these components that go into making a Walkman. So in here we basically we import all the resources to create all these things to create the plastic Walkmans. So the plastic bits are down here at this end of the our factory, and then in here we are in the middle of solving an assignment where we want to do plastic cases. So this area pretty much all do plastic cases, and all these desks down here, they are not upgraded because we want to be able to react to any assignment. So this building down here is basically assignments. So yeah, that's where we are. And as far as I remember, we don't even have all the bits on the shelf yet to create our first robot, but let's start time and see what happens. So we only have one person here. And now let's see in our assignments. I don't know if it's actually, if we got a new color, but it looks like our competitors have blues and yellows. Okay, so maybe I didn't have to change from pink. Oh well. They have a little bit of a head start, it looks like. But I think we'll be able to catch them up fast. Don't know why she's standing in the middle of a box. I have no idea. Maybe if we get her to walk on this route, she will stick herself. Nope, she cannot move. Okay, then I'll just move this out of her way. And then I hope she will go do stuff. Let's see. Okay. Seems like we're producing slightly more than what we need of these coils. I can tell that because they're just standing around holding their stuff. Maybe we can move everything. It doesn't look like there's a lot of that's why we didn't have a lot of logistics people moving stuff around here, so they're all just standing waiting on having their shelves emptied. Okay. All right, let's go up and see how our robots. Okay. So let's hire some people to create the other robots. And I think, where did we put, I don't think we put, not robots, sorry, copiers. I'm not sure if, okay, we'll put the selling copiers, we'll put that on this shelf. Let's see. All right. So in my inventory right now, okay. Let's put the virtual pets over here and the calculators over here. There we go. See, our assignments is still just that one. And our company goals, component batches, wood type component batches. I thought that was gonna be easier. We did 0. Okay, so apparently we don't. Oh no, these are not called. The wooden cases are not called. They're called modules, not components. Okay. So we actually don't actually make a lot of components. I don't think we're selling calculators. We are. So maybe we can take the make revenue with calculators. I don't know how many features our copy machines have. I don't think they have 14. Do we have 6 tier 3 modules? I don't even know what our blueprint looks like. So this is a tier 3 module. This is a tier 3 module. This is a tier 4 module. And what did the thing say? 6. Yeah, that's not happening. We only have 3 modules in. And what do we sell our virtual pets for? Not 1,000. Okay, there's not a lot of the missions right now we can actually do. Let's see. With our resource, looks like we're not overproducing stuff here. It's just empty. What about down here? Okay. So I made 2 logistic slots for each of the components. Okay. This particular place, let's do the product output faster. And that's it. Business development. I'm just looking to see if there's any of this that will help us when we're doing crafting. So the precision table will do some wood stuff. Mechanics table will do some of the sort of components and metal stuff. And electronic workbench will do batteries and stuff. Okay. We have 600 of these points, so I'll unlock here. And I think I'll unlock here. So what this will allow us to do is components like these basic power supplies. You can see now it says 0.88 per days. If I do this, it's now 0.44 days. So it's faster to do those. I'll upgrade those. Probably means that these, yeah, they will no longer match what we need production wise. So I'll have to add some more people. It's only one table doing these actually. I have to add another one like that. That also creates. So I'll put. Let's. Kind of want to put them. Kind of want to put him somewhere else, where he's not in the way. I'll just move this out slightly, and then I'll. I will allow him to work there. There you go. So what happens now is he can still just turn around and get stuff off the shelf, but people, because the way this is facing, people can walk over here towards that pallet with all the stuff that they need. I'm just gonna increase the storage capacity of the wooden components, because then they'll be able to follow. They'll get rid of all the things that they're creating. And these are now creating faster. This one is not the right type of component to be in an upgraded bench, but these are. I have no idea if this will completely throw off everything in relation to speeds. It probably will. Yeah. Okay. Are these ones? No. That's the fastest bench they can be made on. That as well. These ones as well. Or at least from the ones we've looked into. That one can also not be upgraded. This one as well. Okay. Oh, we reached the milestone. Let's see. What was our milestone? Okay, so the third milestone was sell 1,500 products per year. Okay, so we got some more money, and we got some research points, discovery points, and we can get assembly speed on the assigned zone or route. Okay, so does mean that, I think it means that this guy would be able to get assembly speed. Yeah, this one. Okay. Okay, so let's see. We've got a cup here. Then we've got the Walkman, which has a possible selling profit of 384. The other one has a slightly lower possible profit. Oh, I don't know what's. They have the same amount of features. Okay. What I'm doing here is I'm looking to see if we're needing to invent the next level in research wise. So I put the wooden butt chassis up here. That will allow us to create the wooden butts, basically robots, right? As I said, we're trying to do a wood only run, and the cleaner butt will need a butt chassis. Right. Oh. I seem to have some electronic components in my hand. I'm just going to get rid of them by putting them on the shelf where they can be used. No, not that one. 18 more. Come on. There you go. All right. Okay, these things don't belong on there. Okay. And there. Okay, so it seems like I'm not allowing enough space on the shelves that they can produce. They can keep producing. So I'm just gonna check that. It seems, I don't know if it happens every time I reboot the game, but it seems to happen quite often that the shelves do not contain as much. Well, basically all the products they can create. Maybe every other time I play I reduce so that I don't stockpile. That could be it. That sounds like something I might do. It's also 2 weeks since we last played this game, so it's very possible. Ooh. So let's just pause the game. What did it say? So they've made a new market. So the game devices. Okay, so let's have a look. Game devices take display and battery. I think that's the same as our calculators. It is. So we could create a so basically calculators, virtual pets, and game devices all take the same basic components. So you could decide to pivot into that market if it's if you can get more price. So the base price is 400, right? The base price is only 340 for calculators. So calculators are not as it doesn't command as high a price as a game device. That's interesting. We might want to pivot. Let's see. But as I said, for now we're trying to go to the bot market. Let's see. Wow, I can only sell 6. Maybe I should lower my price a little bit. How many am I actually creating? I'm creating 7. Okay. Or selling 7. Okay. Let me just lower my price and see if I even produce enough. So how long does it take to create one of those? 3.5 days. Okay. So I get a little bit more than 1 a day, and there's 7 days in a week. So maybe I didn't have to lower my price that much because I cannot produce enough for that. Just gonna try and I'm trying to make space for another couple of guys, but I'm afraid I'll block off access. This one should be fine. I'll put the last one here, I think, and put a shelf for them. Creating the same. There we go. All right. So now, because I take just over 3 days to produce, I should produce 2 a day, 7 days a week. So I should be able to set it so that I would. Yeah, okay. So it fits a little bit. 16. Okay. That's right. The Copy Machine 100 is the name of both their products. I forgot. Okay, let's see. An assignment. How are we actually doing here? So it looks like we we're basically running away with this. Okay. That's great. So what is okay, that one down there. Oh, okay. I'm selling off some stuff that I don't make down there. Okay, That's fair. I would also be making noise if that was the case. Alright. Anything else is bleeping? No. Let's see our employees. Some of them have skills. This person is... he or she can get a new skill. Let's give them crafting speed. And this person has analysis speed. Let's see if they can do analysis luck. No. No, doesn't look like they can get anything to boost analysis. No. This person, what is he doing? He's producing. So let's he's crafting. So let's give him crafting speed. This person is assembling. So let's give them assembly speed. This person is doing crafting. So crafting speed. Crafting speed. Assembly speed. Crafting speed. Crafting speed. Assembly speed. Assembly speed. Crafting speed. Crafting speed. And assembly speed. Another assembly speed. Crafting speed. Assembly speed. So they almost all cost 500 points. So I'm gonna give the people who have more than 500 points one of these sort of basic. Oh, they already have a thing. They are famous. Wow, okay. We have a famous crafter. Well, there you go. Wonder if they are famous for crafting or famous in some other way. Maybe. Maybe they're a YouTuber. Who knows? A famous YouTuber. Or they coach the local soccer league and they who tend to win games. I don't know how they would be. How they are famous. Okay, so I'm just gonna... Okay, so now we're back to people don't have enough skill points. Okay, so actually I think this means that we will get slightly faster everything, basically. So the goal today is we get to the end of year 2. Oh, we're not researching anything. 1 second. Oh, I'm just gonna pause. So we wanted to do the let's see, the blueprint designer. If we're going to create a new one, let's say we wanted to do a cleaner butt. What would we need? What modules do we need? We need sensors and mobility. Okay, so we have a sensor. That is a brightness sensor, yeah. Okay. And power, battery life. Okay, so let's say we put this. Would that be enough battery? Can it even take power supplies? Does it take power supplies? No, it did not change the battery life at all. And then mobility. So this has a mobility 1 and speed 0.5. Okay, so these are high mobility, low speed modules. Okay. Maybe we need to get to the next stepper motor. I think that might be it. So small stepper motor has mobility 1. Okay, so let's clear that design. We're not ready for it, and let's close this. Okay. So, oh, that looks full. I will just, while we're here, create another palette to sell the Walkmans. There you go. So mobility, motion. So this one has high mobility, low speed, or relatively low speed. This one has low mobility, high speed. Okay, so let's queue up the medium stepper motor. That will have a mobility of 2. Okay, and battery wise, let's queue this one up. So this one takes the square type of research, which we have lots of. Okay. There we go. And what did they say assignment wise? This is what? This is a simple AM radio. Okay. Are we almost done with this? Okay, let's place the palette down for the simple AM radio. I'm just going to move it into the corner because nobody's standing in the way anymore. And let's see, simple AM radio. There we go. Okay, that takes plastic and multi-layer PCP. Okay, so if we were to make this into a multi-layer PCP, to make multi-layer PCPs, okay. Multi-layer PCPs take 5 circuit boards. Okay. 5 circuit boards. So I can make 1.84. So that is, yeah. So the ratio is 1 of these tables to 2 of these tables. And the chemical compounds, let's make the chemical compounds over here. I need to make 5. Okay, so I need 2 chemical compound producers. They will be these 2. So now chemical compounds, circuit boards, should be able to make these ones. Okay, and what did I say? Okay, plastic parts. Okay, so 2 of these will feed into one of those, and then plastic. Okay. So basically I'm doing tuk tuk tuk. So okay. So 2 I'm making 3 things. In here I'm making this, and that to make 2 of these. Okay, and I will make plastic. I will make plastic, and then I will make 1 more of the simple AM radios. Let's see. And that means I need some other stuff. I need to buy metal. I need to buy chemicals. And what else do I need to buy? Don't think I need to buy anything else. Just gonna take away all these cases that I put on the shelves. Oh, this guy's still making the wrong thing. Okay, so they will make plastic. So maybe this one will actually make the AM radio. There you go. Okay. This is fun. All right. Do I need anything else? Let's see. You need plastic. You need plastic and metal, and so plastic, metal. There you go. I think that's it. That's what we need. Just move that. Move that. that. So basically, let's make space on their shelf for all the stuff they need. All right. There we go. Okay, in here, let's put the stuff that we can use to create the plastic calculators on the shelf. There you go. Okay, let's see. No, it's too big. Not too big, too much. Okay, so they are just standing still and they are researching. Okay. Let's see, I think we won. Yes. And this one we're starting out doing, I think, as the only people. Okay. There's a chance that we will run away with it again. There you go. That was the assignment. Okay, let's see. These are filled. What are they? They are plastic Walkman, market speed, cassette players. I can sell 34 of them. I'm creating much more than that. There's a market demand of 69. There we go. 53. Let's see. Yeah. I think I need another palette. There you go. Just gonna put 2 more logistics workers in the yellow zone. Okay. So, I don't know. There we go. Okay. Let's go up and look at the other end of our factory. What's happening here? So I'm creating, well, I'll just make space for 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. And then over here, it seems like I am actually having the copier machines. And why am I not selling copier machines? Copy machines. I could sell 16. Okay. I wonder why I'm not selling my whole palette worth. It's interesting. Let's see. Market overview. Sales revenue. So didn't earn a lot there, but maybe I sold a lot. No, I didn't. Okay. So this might be where I increase my capacity. All right. So that was the 3rd quarter of the year. Let's see. Company goals? No. Didn't actually manage to make any, I don't think. Let's see. I sold... I researched enhanced battery cells. We got the new assignment. Did we get another new assignment? Nope. Okay. Pocket computer finished. I finished that research. Somebody advanced it. Copy machine had been discovered. Okay, so I did some of these. Cleaner bats, calculators, goal. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So, basically, let's see, I don't have any active loans, okay. So, financial overview. What is it? The revenue cost. Okay, so I'm in the green, is what I'm taking away from this. Alright. Should we develop some business? Should we take the mechanics workbench as well and see if there's anything that will allow us to upgrade? Okay. So these mechanic workbenches are good for wheels, not wheels, what are they called? Gears and mechanical parts. Okay. Also for gears, yeah. Gears as well, which is nice. What about the brightness sensors? No. Okay. That is made of wood. That does not count as a mechanical. Okay. And this one? No. Okay. Just wondering if any of these benefit. Probably not. Nope. Okay. Let's start time. Let's move time on. So, nope. No upgrade. No upgrade. No upgrade. No upgrade. Okay. Let's see. I mean, we're leading it, but it's not like these are fantastically fast. Go back to our company statistics. Let's take the what did we call this zone? The assignment zone. Okay. Company statistics, and then filter it for assignment zone. And let's see. And then we'll move away the. Oh, sorry, that was not what I meant to do. Let's see. Then we will take away the materials. Okay. So right now we are producing 80 chemical compounds, and we're using 65. Producing 70, using 65. Producing 65, using 16. 140, 144. Okay. So, multi-layer PCBs are the ones where we're not using a lot of. And is that because this does not take, it only takes one? Okay, I see now. So this one makes 5. Well, because we have 5 every day about. So we're having 10 a day, and this only takes 1 a day. Okay, so we could increase. I'm just thinking to see if we were to take away all these extra PCB things, could we create? Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna slip this one into plastic, that one into the actual. Sorry, I'm gonna make these down here plastic. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna say these and make them into the what is it that we're creating? AM radios. AM radios. actually, I won't. I will do the opposite. I'll put these 4 making, these 4 make plastic, and these 3 make AM radios. I think the maths will go better that way around. So basically I stopped making the PCPs because I don't use as many as I thought. Let's take away the stuff that doesn't go into there. And here as well. There you go. Let's see. There you go. No, Berigor, I haven't, but I have. I tried the co-op mode like a year ago, and but it wasn't very. I couldn't really find anybody to play with. What about you? Do you play co-op a lot? How would you then do it? Oh, I see. Yeah. So I tried the co-op mode. I would put it on my wish list when it's on sale, to be honest. But I tried it in co-op mode. So let's say we were doing co-op, then maybe you were setting up, I don't know, all the metal sundries or anything for the entire production line, right? And then that might be your responsibility. Or I can just show you the mini map. I have these colored buildings are the ones I'm on. Down here, you could like say that the bottom corner is your responsibility and your products, and then up here is my responsibility, my products. There's many ways. It is a little bit. I think I fail a lot in Little Big Workshop. I don't. I fail faster, basically. So if you're very good at Little Big Workshop, you probably will be very good at this. This is a little bit more. There's a little bit more things actually. So what happens is you have these market overviews. So there are different. You start the game with like 2 different random things unlocked in the market, and then when you have something unlocked, you then create a blueprint for what goes into it. Much like Little Bit Workshop, actually. And then you decide from in here. So there are some minimum requirements that have to be checked up, and then there are some extra stuff you can put in there that will add time, production time. So this particular thing takes 4 days to assemble. You could add more features. Some of them will add to market appeal, some of them will not. Some of them will make your possible profit per unit go up, and some of them will stop at a certain point. Yeah. So basically, you make new products. Then there's a whole market thing. So you can see I have a product called a Plastic Walkman 2. It has a market rating of 4.2, even though the market appeal is not very high. And then I can go and see. Okay, so I have over time apparently created or sold 385 of these units, while my competitors have sold more than double, right? Or not more, about double. And these other ones have sold less. And then you can see your revenue. So there's a lot of these sort of stats that you can go into. Yes, you actually make your own product. Yes, that's how it works. Then there's also this discovering new. There's a lot of things you then earn specific points. This is in free play mode. If you play the sort of missions through, it will take you through some of the mechanics. You can then discover a new market. These sort of purple discovery points, right? Means I can decide, okay, I would like to start creating toy robots. Nobody else has that, and I can unlock that. Then I could, corner the market. I'll show you that mechanic actually. So there are these striped things on the floors, they mean that you have an import-export zone. I am completely wasting my import-export zone by having production in here. But the sort of stripes on the floor, and then you basically what happens is there is a truck. There's not an actual physical truck, but there is a timer for when the truck comes to sell your stuff. You make spaces on this pallet for how many you think you'll sell. And now you see it's 1 second more, and then all of them disappeared. And then I can get surplus. I often do. When you get surplus, then you then go and fiddle with the prices. If I don't sell the stuff on my pallets, then I have to, like here, all these are copy machines. It seems like I'm not selling my copy machines. So if I go to copy machine, I should be able to sell 16 out of 37, but my competitors seem to be selling more. I only sell about 8, and I'm producing more than that. So there is that. So you can get surplus, and sometimes you are lost. You sort of get stuck with stuff that no longer there's a market. There's no longer a market for it. Yes, you have to match the price of the competitors or match the sort of. This is a very low market appeal. It only has a market appeal of 1.2. So if I was to put my price down, my market rating would go up, and my potential sales next week would go up. And my potential sales is out of the total demand, right? You can sometimes completely outmaneuver the competitors. For the calculators, I used to be the only one on the market. I have a good product. So I still seem to be getting most. If you look there, the agency, that's me. I've sold 16 last week, and Hyperspeed Entertainment sold 10. But there is a total demand of 62, so we are not quite up there. We can only fill up the market. And no, you'd have to create a new one from scratch. But let's say, actually, let's do that. Let's say the calculators, right? I have a market rating 3 calculator. If I do this, you can progress the market. If you do that, people right now people want expected feature of display fidelity. They want a good screen, and they would like some battery life. That's what they expect from a calculator right now. I have you can add special style, like having, I don't know, a special case or something. Right? Right now I am, but if I, so to say this is my market appeal right now. So let's say I progressed the phase, which means what will happen is people expect more features. I mean, if you pretended that you were going back in time, yes, then the product is consistent with what I would expect in real life. I mean, nobody uses a calculator, right? So that's a little bit weird. But calculators, they want display fidelity and battery life. A cassette player wants sound quality and battery life. A virtual pet wants display fidelity and battery life. A game device, display fidelity, battery life. A pocket computer, again, display fidelity, but then processing power and battery life. Yes, exactly. And a cleaner robot, right? Battery life, mobility, so ability to move around, and sensors to be able to see where the dirt is, right? I don't think there is a sun charge. I had a battery with a sun charge when I was back in the day, but I don't think you can add that as a thing in the game yet. I don't know if they stopped, if it's in beta or if it's a fully released game, I forget. Another thing I wanted to show you. So this is the buy order. So basically, I need to you need to get the stuff in. that you are creating. So the component, you create stuff, right? So it takes components, but the delivery is much sooner. Like, so the delivery truck comes 3 or 4 times when the shipment, the sell order shipment comes. So there is a little bit of a, yeah, it's a kind of refining logistics all the time. Does that make sense? Yeah. I when I went to school and I had to have a calculator, I actually got the calculator where it draws its power from light, just because you could. It was the fancy thing at the time, and of course I did, because why wouldn't you, if you can? So yeah. Well, I'm from Denmark, but almost, yes. I am indeed Scandinavian. So yes. Okay, and then I have these. Yes, yes. Yeah, that's true. So you can also decipher my name. A lot of English people cannot. So there's also another thing. You have all these people walking around. Basically, you have to create their logistics routes yourself. You say, okay, this particular one, I am picking stuff up from here and dropping them off there, and then I'm assigned 2 people to do that. Or there's another one down at the other end where I'm doing something similar. So there's a lot of moving bits. You start out, yeah, well, you don't need to speak Danish. I find I get away with sort of kind of a Scandinavian one where for Swedish or Norwegian people, I steer away from the words that make no sense in those languages, and then just stick to the common words. So there's a lot of common words, but yes, we speak weird. We have a very flat language, and it's very hard to tell the difference. I agree. Um, Basically, let's say we wanted to set up a new route. I don't know. Let's say we wanted to pick some stuff up here, drop them off there, pick some stuff up there, and drop them off here. Let's say we want to do that. Then you do create new route, and then you add a courier pallet like this. Then you add another like that, and another like that, right? So now they're going around in a circle. So from over here, I know that we are creating metal sundries, so we'll pick them up there. Over here in Colombo Courier, we're using them, so I will drop them there. And then from Colombo, we are creating, you can see those small tiny things that down there. So let's say we're creating batteries. So let's say we wanted to pick up batteries from here and drop them to there. And then you would assign a number of, so we'll call this, and you can even name the route. So let's call this tutorial route, let's say, right? And now, if I go back out, some people should have sprung into beingness that weren't there anymore, that I've just hired. And they will be basically this guy, I think. Might be the one. I don't know. What were they called, the people we just hired? They were called Bernadine Jones or Aeon Roberts. Okay, so we can follow Aeon Roberts. He will be... So that was the guy. So he now dropped something off here, picked something up. There was not enough space on that particular pallet to drop it off. So that's why he had them both in his inventory. So now he's going to go back and try and pick up something else. So that's how that works. Yeah. So does that make sense with the routes? So there is a lot. I mean, you have to do everything more or less. Then there is a research. These people are researching right now. There's a whole research tree. So you have cases. You have robot chassis or cases. You have different power supply types. You have different electronic bits depending on what it is. Like these ones, I think these satisfy the processing power requirement, like little brain icon. These do data storage. These do image processing. But apparently they take up processing power. So they need processing power to be able to run. So the IPUs cannot run without processing power. There's a lot of these things. And then, yeah, different employees have different speeds. Yes, that as well. So this, I have an employee overview, and they earn skill points over time, right? So this guy here, he has 1,090 skill points left over. So then I can then add to him a skill. I could say that he should. There are different skills, so that you can add assembly speed, or crafting speed, or research speed, or walking speed. There's a lot of different things depending on what they do. I'm waiting for this guy to have enough skill points to become a manager. He's you can also tell what he's doing if you mouse over. He's doing analysis, so I gave him analysis speed. I want him to become the manager of the analysis, so that might be the research speed manager. And then with what you earn over time is you can then unlock different bonuses. So these red ones are on each individual employee. The green ones are in a work zone. So you have you also have work zones. So this is the metal part zone, I called it that. So that has a component output speed and research development speed, because I put the research tables there. But you could then unlock more kinds of bonuses to add in a zone. So but I think when you just hire employees, they're pretty much just the same. That's why you just do the quick hire. You don't get through a list, but then you can specialize them once you have them. So that's how it works. You only have the set amount of space, but when you choose a new game, you know what I will do? I will save my game, and then I will turn to the main menu. So you have different profiles. Let's just create a new profile. I'll show you what happens. You get all these different things to choose from. Colors. You can also just go randomize, and then you get, we might be called, I don't know, Shack Attack. That could be our company name, right? So then you have different body types. You have male and female versions of how you want to look. You have different companions. You can have no companion, or you can have a little bunny. You can have I don't know what they are. Yeah, maybe or just how you wanna look in a game. Do you like sort of round figures in a game? Do you like tall people, thin people? You know, it's very cartoonish. Then you can decide different things. How do they look? They can have a hat. They can have not a hat. They can do a lot of things. You can choose different. You get the idea, right? Different. Also, I don't know if I would call these features, but okay. Upper parts, different things. Lower parts, different things. I just randomize them normally. Okay, this guy looks okay. You also have these kind of skin colors. You can also change sort of the general color palette. I don't know. Say he would like to have blue hair and that kind of. There you go. And then I don't know. I'll call him. There you go. Now you have a person that is a CEO in my company. And then you have the choice between. Then you have the choice between starting a campaign or free play. What you saw me do was free play. So when I go to free play, it says please do the first tutorials, as you saw. But I kind of know what I'm doing. So when you're starting a new game, so what you can do is, yes, it is. You can enable cross-platform, and you can start as a multiplayer. So if I start as a multiplayer, there are different starting maps. So Timber Town is an XL from 1 to 4 player counts. Then there is a winter version of the same. Everything is a little bit white. Then there's Circuit Plains, which is large, 1 to 3 players. Then there is Golden Acres, which is also large, 1 to 3 players. Bloomville, medium, 1 to 2 players. I think we are playing on the Bloomville map. Silicon Summer, which is small and only recommended for 1 player. And Mr. Best Arrest, also small, 1 player. And then you can do it as a multiplayer. You can enable cross-platform. I'm not sure which the other platforms are. I think you can. I know you can get the game on Steam Deck, but I don't know if I would consider that cross-platform necessarily. But yes, you're probably right. GOG and Steam, that is probably cross-platform. Yeah, so anybody who has it. You can also then choose between different presets, right? You can say, okay, multiplayer game, medium, that gives you competitors in the game that are more at the medium level. Let's say you wanted a simple or hard multiplayer game, then you get 2 of the hard AI opponents. Yeah, so lots of different stuff. You can do simple. That just means all the simple people. So you're just basically, yeah, doing a lot of things. Then there's a how strong is each competitor. How aggressive are they? Will they try and really steal the market for you, or will they just sort of be walking around with you? How much money will you start the game with? And then you can, normally you start with a loan. I didn't know that. So the money you have in the beginning is actually a loan. So that's how you can do it. And then the campaign is more like, there's a whole story, basically, where you're starting here and it will take you to the whole tutorial. You're starting in your father's garage. Yeah, there's a lot of gameplay. I don't remember how many hours I've played so far. But I'll just go back to my game. There we go. Yeah. I played a lot of the campaign. I then I've owned this game for like 2 or 3 years. So when I just want to play for a couple of hours on my Sunday afternoon, I tend to not want to do the campaign because especially since I get a chance to stream once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, and I'll forget. I will absolutely forget how far I'm at in the campaign. Or if there's a time crunch in the campaign, I will completely space out. But yeah, I get you on that. I have spent many, many days, or rather, I have spent many evenings playing this game where I should have been sleeping. Yes. And it's very, you can speaking of Factorio, you can make, there is some of the research that you can create is conveyor belts. I just don't have the research points yet. I will show you something else. I have my own sort of save game. I don't normally invite people to see my save game, but I will. I'll show you my save game. I have just see autosave. That was today. Yes. There are different. See, I have a conveyor belt with a picker that you can you put filters on what should it pick up. You have different. They go over stuff. They drop things off. Again, I have so that I don't have these people walking back and forth all the time. I'm not quite there yet with how much I want to automate. There is also, which I haven't done in this save, the thing in the middle of the belt. Oh, that one. That is a conveyor buffer. I don't know. I was playing around. It didn't actually pick up the stuff from the conveyor from the starting point. And then I put this in, and then all of I set a certain number of the products, and then it started working. It sort of, creates a buffer basically. I don't know. I don't know why it was bugged. It didn't want to pick up stuff. Yeah. Oh, this one. Yes, that's for so people can walk under. Yes. That one as well. They are in in 3 different sizes. Basically, you start by creating these conveyor belt paths that you see down here. You have to create them yourself, and from those you can. There's a whole conveyor belt system. So there's a conveyor belt, then there's an overhead transporter, small, medium, large, depending on how much you wanna gap. I've seen people gap the tinker tables, for example. Then you have a person in here. Oh, I cannot do that outside. But then you have I'll go into in here, for example. Then you can take your conveyor belt and you can say, okay, I will stand underneath there. You have to take automatic storage and retrieval. I've seen some people do sort of very complicated stuff where they have this sort of shelf, and then they have a retrieval and a storage segment, and then they put all the stuff on the shelf that the guy who's standing here on the table needs to use, and then take out and put on the conveyor belts. There is a splitter and a combiner. I don't think I have them unlocked in this game. Yeah, I don't. I need a different kind of research that I haven't gotten to quite yet. There are 4 different types of research. But then you have the conveyor merger, conveyor splitter. So very satisfactory. Yeah, I need more games. I need more hours in the game. That's true. So there is a lot of the bits that you would probably get very much into it if you really like satisfactory and let's see, and Factorio. Yeah, and I guess Little Workshop. Yeah, I mean, and then I like the sort of cuteness of it. There is myself in this game. If I center on myself, I'm there, and I have some extra bonuses from just being me. So if I work in a specific of these zones or in a specific courier route or on a specific machine, I just have more bonuses. But I also give bonuses to my I cannot quite move my camera's in the way, I can tell, but you can see the self-made. There is a lot of bonuses on myself. The leader is in this assigned zone of route, so people basically do stuff faster and better in the route where I am per level that I am. And well informed, once per month there is a chance that I find some new product that didn't exist before. Yes. So yes, it is true. And apparently the boss, which is you, is you don't just have the, oh no, watch out, the bus is coming. You're apparently a very inspiring boss of your little self-starting company. So that's how it is. And as you saw, that there's a lot of employees, you can filter them by which zone we're in. So there's something called Frog Zone. You can see this little, they are production, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 production people and 2 logistics people, right? And this particular one has a skill that they're just naturally more happy. So, yeah. I'm unfortunately coming to the end of my stream soon. I'm going to stream to the end of the year. There's also a built-in calculator. They added this recently. I think it's because this table, for example, has 0.26 days. Every 0.26 days, it consumes 2 wood to create 1 wooden case. So 0.26, okay. Then this table over here is also 0.26. But a similar table over here where my CEO is now walking around might have a different speed. So there's a little bit of a calculator you can use to do all that stuff. You can also change the music player. You can change to the next track. Yes, I have done that before. The Excel sheet, you can do that. I think there's even some people who've made kind of a calculator. This is there's also a whole thing. Then you throw off all the balance. So this table is a, let's see. I'll get some floor. So you have the sort of basic crafting table, the tinker table. Almost everything can be made here, right? So let's say I wanted to create the plastic case. It will take 1 day. Then I can upgrade this table to the next type of table, which is the basic workbench. So in the basic workbench, creating the same thing will take half a day, right? Let's choose something else. Let's choose plastic butt chassis. That will also can also be created on the next one. Again, it takes half the time. Some stuff, I'm just going to look at this table. Okay, so let's say we wanted to make a small component. So this one takes 1.82 days. It takes 1.91 days on this table, but then we have this extra table that's like the third level table. And that same thing will take 0.45. So there's a lot of this, and all these, of course, research upgrades. So yes, we tried. Yeah, and to make things go 1-to-1. Also, the speed with which these guys, the couriers, walk around, that has an influence on how fast they walk, right? This guy, he has a happiness bonus because you can then put different decorations in a zone that will allow people to be more happy, and so on. There's a lot of things, small things, that keeps changing the math a little bit. So it's an endless game of adjusting and making sure everything runs fast. Yes. So very often you will find you've sort of balanced the place perfectly. So for example here, it takes 0.79 days to create 10 screws out of 5 metal rods. So 0.79 days, I need 5 metal rods. Over here, it takes 0.4 days to create. So now, as you can tell, it's I almost need only half as many creating the metal rods as I do creating the screws, right? But I think it's because there's different people. I think I must have screwed up. I have screwed up the maths a little bit here. I don't actually need a rod producer per screw. No. Oh, I did the math wrong. I should have had a double amount of metal sundries producers because they are 0.8 days, and these make them at 0.4 days, right? And they create 5, and these take 5. So there's a lot of things. Then there's also the space on the shelf. This can only store so many things. So if I add the spacing, see, they were just standing still and not doing anything. But if I make space for more stuff on the shelf, they will start producing again. I wonder why I have... Oh, yes, I know why. So that this space is reserved on this shelf because I put these in, and they don't have a shelf near them. The surplus, they just stay. They're just there. and they get wasted. You can sell them. You can sell almost anything off. Then you have to go to a export zone again with the stripy floors. Oh, this guy. I was creating AM radios for an assignment. So all these people are now producing things that I don't sell. So what you could do is you could then create a courier palette and say, okay, I would like to sell the radios now. I'd like to sell them. I would also like to sell these chemical compounds, for example. You can also add them. So everything on here you can sell, right? You cannot sell the things that are in gray. Those are things that you import, but everything you produce you can sell. And each thing has a market demand. So there's a weekly demand of 120 of the AM radios. So I could sell 120 a week. So if I were fast enough, so basically what I should do, right? So two of these metal sundries per rod thing, right? I don't think the math will work out at all, but basically means that I could have these, all these, not quite. So if I have 5 rods, I could have 10 sundries, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the math will not completely work if I deleted one table, which I could do. Just delete that table. Then the math will work in my favor, because then I have what was it I was supposed to have? Let's say I messed myself up. So I have 4 of these, which means I could have 8 of the sundries. So if I have 5 of these, I could have 10 of the sundries, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now the math should work. Yeah, 4 rods, 8 screws. Yeah. You're welcome. So yeah, I'm glad that I was online to be able to answer your questions, and thanks for dropping in. I should probably try and create these. This is a building that I've created basically with the sole purpose of selling, fulfilling people's assignments, because I like making these small workflows happen, like you said you did, creating new supply routes and so on. So what happens when you get one of these assignments is you place down a pallet, and then your competitors also working on it. So then you can pin the recipe. So making a wooden butt chassis means basically you need to not buy these stuff. You need to buy wood because you're using wood. Then you need to make the metal sundries. So yes, you did actually need metal. Then you also need to have refined wood. So you also need chemicals. And those are the ingredients. So what happens is you, I'm just gonna add the selling of, so yes, this is where I waste a lot of stuff. And sometimes I put them in my inventory and I go and drop them somewhere where they're needed, right? So this one will be it was in the way for importing wood. So I would have to have, it takes 4 wood, it takes 4 metal sundries. So let's create, what did we say, 2 metal sundries per 1 metal rod, right? That was a balance on that. Then refined wood, we need to create refined wood. I'm not quite sure what the balance is yet. So now I've made 2 tables that create refined wood. It takes 0.82 days to create refined wood. And over here is then where I will create the actual. So it looks like the actual wooden butt chassis cannot be created on this table. So I will have to have another type of table. I don't even know which type. Yes, company logo. It is fun. It is a very fun game. And this particular game walkthrough, I basically pretend that I'm just gonna be using wooden components, right? So that is just me interposing some sort of rule to myself on what I want to do in this particular playthrough. Let's see. I don't want you to do those things. Let's see, and then this area, I made 2 guys workless because I removed the table they were working on, so then I can just add them as being logistics employees. There you go. I can sell the stuff that I made before. I don't need all their stuff, but I mean, they will eventually balance out. And as I said, this is my assignment. So, yes, probably we could co-op someday. You're welcome to send me a message on Twitch, even though I don't stream very often. But okay, thank you. I don't remember what my name is on Discord, but I will add you definitely, and have fun. So now my year is over. So I promised myself to get some other stuff done this weekend. But thank you for hanging out. I will add you on Discord, and we can catch up another time. But thank you, and I wish you luck, and I hope to see you. Basically, I would love to see your first years of your first couple of factories when you get there. You too. Okay. Bye bye.